What it do? Beer game bacon, the beautiful people, your girl poet. Don't you love when our village cousins pull up and sit with us, chat with us, let us get all in their business today? In the village hot seat, we have none other than Normani, multi-platinum, selling artist, topping every chart. Got the kind of moves that make me want to take a class if she was teaching them. The kind of voice that makes you be like, yeah, that's what music is supposed to bring. And the kind of energy that the world needs. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I love you. I love you. Can I just put you in my pocket?
You can put a little poet in
So
your
sweet.
pocket.
Thank
Thank you for joining
you.
us. First of all, let's talk Wild Side. One of the hottest records. This
Yes.
is my hot girl summer record for me. I like to put it on and remind myself of
Thank
all the things I can do. I often notice when I get
yes.
from you from motivation to waves, are you always thinking about dancing? I know you've been dancing since 4. Is dance a undercurrent part of
Yes.
when you're writing and putting stuff together?
That's at the forefront always. Like I always think about how I can move. You know, that's me at the core. I come from the dance community. Dance was actually my first passion. So it's in me. I can't not dance. You know, like if even if it's a ballad, I always make a joke. I'm like, in some shape or form, I'm gonna figure out how to dance to this ballad. Like it's just always just a priority for me. Like I can't not move my body. That's my form of expression. And I think that, you know, with the music that I'm creating, it works alongside of that. It aligns.
It really does.
That's me.
I listen to the lyrics as well, and there's a transparency when you write that you're kind of, it's
Hmm.
almost like a this is me, couture dopeness, either catch this
Yeah.
tail as is or not at all. And I see that it's infectious for those of us who follow you. Wild Side for me was kind of
Yeah.
like, let me step out of what people have seen and what they think me to be, and let me introduce you to these other parts of me. Was that the intention?
Exactly. That was the exact intention, you know, coming off of motivation and not having put music out in the last 2 years. But me growing not only as an artist, but as a woman, you know, I've experienced so much since that time. I was actually on the Sweetener tour with Ariana Grande at the time when I released Motivation, and I was in a totally different just frame of mind and mind space. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 2 years is a long time, and with that comes plenty of experiences, you know, good and bad. And I feel like that's really just what I want to portray, and not even portray, but that's what I want to exude is my truth, you know, throughout this upcoming project. But with this in particular, like I've built, there's a level of confidence that I feel like I've just stepped into and tapped into, and having that awareness of self and being comfortable in my skin and being more unapologetic and bold, um, that I needed this record. And I also wanted everybody to be able to listen to this record and own their sexy, whatever that means to them. Like I wanted to be sexually liberated and celebrate that. You know, I feel like especially as a woman and as a black woman, society often feels like they have us figured out.
Mm.
Like, yeah, we can throw ass, but I can also give you this super technical genre and style of dance. I'm referencing the mirror room where I was dancing with myself. Like we
Sure.
have technique too. We're multifaceted. We can do it all.
Do you
And
find,
that's anytime I show a visual, that's what I strive for.
well, it comes across effortlessly. And as an artist, do you strive for that? I've often said, especially with black women in this industry, in this box that
Mhm.
sometimes y'all are put into. Like the minute we knew that you
Yeah.
were gonna do a solo route, it was automatically you're the next this or the next coming of that. What kind of
Yeah.
pressure does that put on you as an artist to show up
Um,
and show out? Or
yeah.
I've never been in that space, but just
I
from the
would
outside looking in.
No, it's a lot of pressure, especially because I'm naturally critical on myself.
Mm.
So imagine being critical on yourself, that just being a characteristic and a trait that you have, and something that you're constantly up against with yourself, on top of, you know, the world setting an expectation, which for me, like I said, being compared to artists who have been in this game for 15 to 20 years, like that is a compliment to me. That is the ultimate. Like the people that I've grown up being inspired by, like it's thank you. Like I'm appreciative. And that is every artist's dream, like, to I mean, I won't say be compared, but for people to see that potential in you.
Mhm.
But on the flip side of that is responsibility, and it is pressure to have to rise to the occasion, and I've never ever said or compared myself. The world has always done that and put that on me, but I've never compared myself to any other artist, because at the end of the day, like, I want to be the best version of myself. I can't be the second Aaliyah. I can't be the second Sierra. I can't be the second B. Like, I can only be the first Normani and do that the very best to my ability, because I'm never going to be Beyonce better than Beyonce can be Beyonce, or Rihanna better than Rihanna can be Rihanna. Like, my only objective and my only responsibility is to be the best version of myself.
Are y'all catching all these
And I
jewels?
just I feel robbed sometimes of that opportunity to be able to do that.
You feel robbed. What a statement to be able to truly be the best version of you. So let's talk about how you
Mhm.
are putting your best version forward. It's no secret. The past 2 years, life has been life into all of us. And I think sometimes people forget that even in the midst of what you may see on
Yeah.
social, life is happening to all of us. How do you uplift you when your days get heavy? You have a full plate. Mama Dre coming
Mhm.
through her last round of chemo and radiation, have to introduce a very sexy song,
Yeah.
Daddy. How do you uplift you? Because I'm sure that there are people that will see this that are in spaces where they feel overwhelmed. They are very critical of themselves
Yeah.
and don't necessarily know how to
Yeah.
get over that hump or out that space. Are there any techniques that you have
Right.
that when you're having a rough day, you're like, no, we got I got magic to sprinkle out here.
Right. I think it's just remembering, and sometimes it's hard. There's been so many times throughout this process. Like I said, I've been working on this project for about 2 years. A part of it is me getting in my own way.
Mm.
Um, and just what you said, like me being very, very critical of myself. Like, I've been sitting on, I have probably 2, 3 albums worth of music.
You serious?
you know, um, yeah, I need people around me, which I'm fortunate enough to have, like my family. That's why I always say that they really are my backbone. I have such amazing friends, like the best support system to remind me, even creatives that I'm working with, like my sister now, Stara, who wrote this record, Wildside, like just reminding me of who I really, really am. And I think that I know that, but it's easy to lose sight of that, just like for all of us. I feel like people put me on a pedestal. I have insecurities and just things that I'm working through and up against as well. But I believe in myself. I really, really do believe in myself, and I know the plans that God has over my life. I know that this is my calling. This is where my purpose lies. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is the mission, and I know that I want to complete the assignment for His glory. Um, but like I say, along the way, sometimes like it's just you lose sight of it. But I think that having my family and my friends just remind me, like, girl, you bugging. I remember when I first showed Kelly Rowland the motivation music video, I was like freaking out. I was crying. I'm like, this isn't good. And watching something over and over again, how you kind of like, you really, your opinion, it just, you don't have much of an opinion. You're like, I don't even know if is this still good? She's like, you bugging. You need to chill. Like, this is great. Do you understand what you just did? Like, this is phenomenal money. So having that reassurance, and just like I said, people around me that genuinely know my heart and know me, and know what I've been through to get to this position. Like, that's another thing that I have to remind myself is like, you've been through hell and back, girl. You've been through it, and you deserve it. You deserve this. This is not gonna be in vain.
It
So
won't be. So
yeah.
let's talk about what we've been waiting for. Similar to the Gossip Girl reboot and the end of whatever's happening outside. This project, when do I get it? I got Wild Side. I got motivation. Who else? Where else? I love how you be teasing me on social with little tidbits here, but I need it now. You are what my playlist is missing.
It's not, and I want it now. Ow. It's definitely coming at the top of the year
Okay.
because I plan on going on tour. Yeah, I plan on going on tour, but I'm dropping other records. Don't That doesn't mean like y'all are gonna be in a drop again. I'm not waiting until the top of next year to drop
Thank you for
anything else.
the no drought. We love you.
That's full length.
Okay.
Yes, but you can expect other hits in between now and then.
Do we have a hint on title? If there are any folks joining you? What that next single like? I just want to know so I can plan my cuffing season accordingly. I just want to know what I'm doing.
See, that's the problem with this generation. Everybody want to know what they want to know when they want to know it. What happened to the elements of surprise? Like
You want
I'm
me to be
talking
honest
about
with you
like
for a moment?
back.
As a person that works in radio, when you hear music that speaks to you, that makes you feel like somebody saw
Yeah,
you on your good, bad, ugly, and beautiful days, you crave it. You crave
yeah,
energy and you crave that light. So please don't take our rushing you and some of our other favorites as a we don't want to wait. It's more so like this is what my spirit has been missing. I needed that wild side
right.
on my
I
2
appreciate.
plan
I know
one.
that.
You know,
No, I know that. I appreciate that. It's eager excitement because I know I'm like, Ree, when are you dropping the album? So it's kind of that same
50
thing. I
perfume
get it.
assists, just so you know.
But I can promise, yes, I can guarantee you it won't. I won't get through 2 years again.
Well, I'll take the top of the year. I was trying to skip 2021 altogether based on 2020 and go straight to 2022. So if you are my blessing at the top of the year, I'm going to take it and I am going to roll with it. Before I let you go, I am watching the Wild Side Dance Challenge take over TikTok and Instagram. Are you going to do something with all these phenomenal dancers sending you this work now that we didn't heard you going on tour? Like, I just want to know.
I'm, I'm I was thinking about that, just something special, like I said, the dance community and just my fans in general have been very, very supportive. So seeing them take the time out of their day, I know the choreography is very hard. It was hard for me. So the fact that they're even trying and willing, I'm just, I'm overwhelmed. I sit in my bed at like 3 a.m. just on Instagram, scrolling, watching all their videos. Like I see people be thinking I'm not on social media. I'm more of a lurker. But it could be cool. Maybe to like narrow it down or do the top like a 10, like top 10, and then have the fans vote on, I don't know, like
We'll
it'd be
talk
cool to put
offline about
somebody in a
that. I like that
or a
idea.
live performance. Like, yeah, I like it. I like that.
I mean,
I like
hopefully
that.
we'll see you in these streets safely as this year ends out. And then by the time of the tour, when you pop up in their cities, it could be you're part y'all are on my dance crew. You just never know. I love how you incorporate us into everything. I feel like this is my project, my dance challenge, this is my song and my moment too. So whether you meant that or
Like,
not,
you want to? I'm like, you want to shoot the next video?
I sure will. I got ideas. And I know between your moves, your voice, the content, it's gonna be popping. It's like you're just magical to me. Um, I'm watching you come from this group. I've watched you on Dancing with the Stars, and there's just something about your inner light that draws us in. We're here to stay. So as you bless us, we are here for it. I can't thank you enough for your time today, man. This is awesome. Just to tell you thank you
God bless.
for using your superpowers for
Thank
good.
you.
You're more than welcome. So
Thank you.
for those in the
Like your
village,
superpower.
I think we all have them, and when you tap into it, magical things happen. I'm a comic girl, so when Wonder Twin powers
Yeah.
activate, even more magical things happen, and there's more enough space for all of us. You're showing us that I can be here, be there, flip
Yeah.
my coat, be here to show up for family and my friends, and still
Yeah.
bless y'all. You're a walking testimony of yeah, storm's gonna come, but look at you, Rainbow. Look at you. Look at you.
Oh
So
God.
I love you back.
Thank
Um,
you.
I always like to leave the village
I love
with parting words. What are words that you tell yourself when it really gets tough and the
you.
only person that's in that space is Normani? Like we all got our squad,
Mm,
but what do you tell you to
yeah.
remind you of just how dope you are and that you're not here by accident?
Well, my mom and my dad always call me their miracle baby. Um, because I wasn't even intended, like I wasn't supposed to make it.
Mm,
And so the fact that I am and the fact that God has done such miraculous things in my life, and like I said, my relationship with him is very clear that this is the position that I'm supposed to be in. You know, like I feel like he called me. It's deeper than music, it's deeper than me dancing in a video. You know, I feel like it's purpose, and it's being able to represent every little black girl out there and let them know that they can do whatever they want and whatever they set their minds to, in spite of what society thinks is beautiful and what society tells us that we're supposed to be doing. um and it's greater than me. I know that, I feel that. It's a feeling, it's more of a feeling. I can't really even verbalize it, but God reminds me. He checks me often. Anytime I question, you know, like, what's the point? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Is it still my calling? I've been there before, for sure. Um, but I'm a walking testimony simply because I'm here.
mm.
Like, it's a miracle that we wake up every single morning, you know, like today I have purpose. Yeah.
And that, so Mary had a little lamb. I'm a walking testimony. I'm supposed to be here. The amazing Normani.
Period.
You already know. Wild Side Out with
Yeah.
Cardi B. Stream that, watch that, get your dance challenges in. I'm gonna slide into her DMs and figure out, Village, how we gonna be on stages across this country doing things. They not ready. They not ready for this body roll. But I'm gonna get ready. This is WPGC
Girl,
95.5.
give it to
The DNA and the DMV. Thank you so much for your time, Normani. We love you.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much.